hits the game winner.
Did you think when Nas let his shot go?
I thought it was good.
What are they doing for you not to get to your spots?
They just showing me crowds, man, sitting in the gaps. But I'm turning down a lot of shots, like my mid-ranges and stuff. I'm turning a lot of those down. But we getting open looks, so I ain't tripping.
And are you turning those down just to get your other teammates going and get?
Yeah, I mean they're open. Yeah, they're open, so I'm just making the right play. But sometimes the right play may be to just shoot it.
You talked about being fatigued the other night. How are you feeling now?
I felt great tonight. Yeah, I felt real good.
Did you have to get oxygen at one point though?
Nah, I was good today.
And you guys have had your back canceled in the previous series. You got back canceled, but how much do you draw from that knowing that this is from over?
Yeah, I mean, we was down 3-2. We was up 2-0, then they came and won 2 at the crib, and then won 1 at their crib. So, I mean, we've been here before. Yeah, I don't think anybody in the locker room is panicking. I hope not, because just come out and play our brand of basketball. We let them make a run. We were supposed to go up big, but they made a run and cut it right before half. We made some mistakes, but we'll be all right.
It's a matter of just cleaning up some things here and there.
Yeah, small things. Game plan mistakes, man. I feel like we come out game 3 and don't make or we try to minimize the game plan mistakes. I think we'll win that game.
Are you having to just learn this defense and what they're trying to do to find the holes, or what? How do you think this is going to progress so you can get going?
In the first half, I had a couple in and outs. I mean, can't control makes and misses in the game. So I'm not really stressing about me getting going, I guess, offensively. Just keep making the right play, and hopefully we come out with a win.
Is the rim protection in this series compared to the first 2 series, Phoenix and Denver, is it harder to get to the rim, it seems?
It's not harder to get there. They just pack the paint once you get there. So, I mean, you got to make the right play because there's 3-4 people in the paint if y'all watch the game. So it's all about just making the right play, and my teammates open. So.
And how did you feel about the defense on Luka overall tonight? How did you guys handle him?
I don't know what he finished with.
32.
Off how many shots? I mean, let me see. 10 for 23. I don't know, man. I think we played pretty good defense. I mean, he's a great player, man. I mean, hard to stop him. He's super good.
Couple more guys. Do you think it's as simple as what you and Carl, even if you just hit just a couple more shots, is it that simple, just making more shots in this different series right now?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, me and Kat, we can control the makes and misses. He had a couple in and outs. I had about 3-4 of them. So,
excuse me.
It's all good.
Sorry.
Why do you think they had such success in the second half? 60% shooting in the second half.
They shot 60% in the second half. Damn. I mean, Luka was definitely involved in a lot of that. He makes a lot of great reads out of the pick and roll. Tried to show him different looks. Kept making the right reads. It's all him. We just got to figure him out, But we'll figure it out.
Yeah, last one, guys. Finch took the blame for you with 12 seconds left, saying you should have called a timeout and get Mike Conley in the game. Because what happened on that possession that shouldn't have happened?
I don't know. I got to go watch it. I wanted to get downhill, and then the gap.
A crushing loss like this one. Kind of what's the mood and how do you guys respond after a night like this?
It's frustration, at first. Because we feel like both these games were very winnable. A play or two late in games. A couple things go our way. The series could be looking a lot different right now. So, but that's also the positive for us is that we know we can beat these guys. We know we can do it on the road. We just left a series where we flip-flopped this same scenario, and Denver came in and beat us twice at home. So it's definitely on the forefront of our minds. So our confidence is still there, but obviously super frustrating to lose this one.
Now, just how did you feel when that last shot went up, and did you think you had it?
Thought it was good. Shot it with confidence. Aaron trusted me to get that shot up and to make that. So I thought it was good. It went in and out. I guess that's just how the game goes.
Mike, you just
express confidence in where you guys are and where you can get. But you've been in the past many times seen a bunch of opponents. Just how formidable is this Dallas group, and what's the biggest pressure they put on your guys' defense?
I think it's obvious, but they're two-headed monster with Luka and Kyrie. You got two of the best at playmaking as well as going to get their own bucket. In a series like this, you almost can't be reliant on going to close one-possession games and fourth quarters, and because those guys can get a bucket in a multitude of different ways, and they're probably two of the best at doing it. So we have to find ways to. We have leads, 6-point leads, make it 8, make it 10, try to stretch the game out a little bit to where it puts a little bit more pressure on them. But, when they get the rolling, it puts a lot of pressure on our defense and a lot of different coverages we have to throw at them.
Mike, what does the team have to sacrifice not to have you out there on the baseline on those lobs?
It's the details for us, because our coverage is, if we do it right, it doesn't matter who's on the baseline. Our help is early. Our bigs are high. They can't make that pass to the big, and if they do, I can be there early enough to where it's not a lob. I'm meeting them in the middle of the paint, and we can kind of rotate out from there. But those are those times where they get the lobs and the late looks. It's a breakdown earlier in the possession that I think we can, like I said, it's stuff we can fix and stuff we can adjust to.
So with those, they're running that double drag thing, and you were the single size tag guy over and over there. Is that something you try and blow up at the top, or is it about the bigs and you or whoever it might be tagging there?
Yeah, our initial coverage was for me to tag and try to hold the big up earlier. They do a good job of slipping that big out, underneath the chucker. Normally it's me or whoever's in that double drag. But it's, we have a coverage for that. We also have a coverage where I don't bump that, and it's the low man from the weak side that needs to catch him kind of in the middle of the paint, and I go, X out to the corner. So we have multiple different ways to attack it, and I think we just have to be committed and to one or the other at the times, and not get stuck thinking too much in those situations.
Naz, you guys have shot really well from three in this series. Obviously, a really big game from you for three tonight. What are you seeing whether it's you or Ant or Cat or whatever, and you're getting to the basket? It has not been an effective 2-point shooting game. Is that rim protection, or is it something that you guys need to execute better once you're getting downhill?
I mean, they crowd the paint very well. We just got to make the right play, whether it's finishing or kicking it out. I think we all are capable of doing it. I think everybody has those abilities, and to finish or to kick it out. So we just gotta make the right play in those moments. I don't think anybody in our team can't. It's just a matter of us doing it.
Mike, shots may not be falling for you guys right now, but is it more than that? Is everything else from your bench, like defense, hustle plays? Is everything else going okay? Is it just a matter of shots not falling?
No, I think it's a lot of things that the small things within the game, the offensive rebounds, the leak outs. They're very good at pushing the ball in transition and kind of throwing it ahead. I think they had a couple buckets, especially in the fourth or late third, where they were throwing it ahead to guys and it's jump balls, and they go lay it up and try to speed the game up that way. We have to try to take that away, take away all the easy opportunities, especially for the guys who aren't Luka or Kyrie, and to make the night a little bit tougher. But we'll make shots. We'll get back to making shots as a whole. Obviously, we haven't put a complete game together yet, and when we do play our best, we are a tough team to beat. We just have to figure out how to do that.
A question to both of you. What do you guys tell now each other? Because you need to get rid of this frustration. You just have that one day, and you are in a must-win situation with Game 3. So what do you guys tell each other for that?
Just to stay with it. I don't really think anybody's frustrated. That's the best part about it, and we kind of know that it's us. We just have to, get into our ways and our brand of basketball. So that's the best part about it, just knowing that it's us, and we're beating ourselves for the most part.
Yeah, I think having the day, having one day in between it helps. you can kind of get your mind right and get ready to play again, especially having, not having to wait a couple nights and letting this linger and marinate a little bit. I think it's good to get right back to it because, we're itching to play again, and can't wait to get to Game 3.
Mike, what's the process like of trying to be assertive enough to where you're initiating the offense as much as possible?
I'm trying to, get the ball and be in control of the situation, especially late. Get the guys the ball when they, are in good spots to be aggressive. Nas, Kat, Ant, Rudy, Jada, everybody, like trying to get guys where they can be super effective. And especially for Ant, just trying to relieve him from a lot of the, duties he has to do so much for us. He has to guard, he has to play make, he has to score. So it's my job to just try to alleviate that pressure a little bit. And I'm probably going to have to be more and more involved in that,
we just switched on the pick and roll, and I was on the ISO, Luka, and he hit a big time shot. I let my team down on the last play.
When you say you let your team down, how do you think that?
They believed in me to get a stop, and he scored. And he scored a 3, which is something that he does really well. So definitely taking that responsibility. That I need to be better in that situation.
Ideally, in that spot, do you want to funnel him inside the 3-point arc, or like?
In that case, that probably would have been a better option. But no, just gotta stop. Just gotta stop and be better.
Or do you guys have faced tough circumstances before in the last series? Maybe not a loss quite as close or crushing as this one. How do you guys respond? Kind of what's the mood in the locker room? What do you say to each other to regroup quickly here?
It's a tough loss, but lots of great things tonight on the floor. It's funny because both those games we up for the majority of the game. So I just gotta keep going. Adversity. We've had adversity all year, and last year too. So just keep going, believe in who we are, keep trusting each other, and let's be better.
Rudy, you had some sort of exchange with Luka in the backcourt in the first half. What happened there, and how would you describe kind of the tone of the level of competition between you two so far this series?
After the foul? You're talking about after the foul? No, nothing. He was upset about the foul. I told him that it was just a regular foul, nothing dirty, nothing try to get him hurt or anything like that. So he's a competitor, and I'm a competitor, and sometimes you can have some of these conversations, but there wasn't any disrespect or anything like that.
Rudy, they were having a lot of effectiveness to go into the lob to Gafford and Lively. What do you guys need to do as a group to diminish the effectiveness of that part of the Dallas offense?
Definitely going to watch, I think some situations are different from one another. I think the pick and roll situation is different than when it's a blow by or when it's a drive and it's coming full speed. And I'm the last, kind of like the last, help on the defense. But it's a great weapon. The lob is throwing the lob to an athletic big is a great weapon, and it's really, really hard to stop. When you do it. So we're gonna watch film and see what we can do, see what I can do and what we can do as a team to be better. Because they had I don't know how many they had tonight, but but the lobs, but they have plenty, way too much. So that's one of those things that we got to clean up for sure.
Hey, Rudy, you said that you're taking responsibility and you're putting the blame on your shoulders. How do you psychologically move forward? Like, do you lose sleep after something like this? How do you reset going into what's going to now be a must-win Game 3?
Well, just keep giving my best. Keep working hard every day. Keep doing what obviously watching the film and always look at myself in the mirror, see the things that I can do better first, and then communicate with. We're gonna have the conversations about what we want to do, the little adjustment that we want to do as a team. But for myself, I've been overcoming adversity my whole life. We're down 2-0. Now we gotta go and give everything we have the next game, like we did tonight. And see what happens.
Rudy, it seems like they're making the halftime right here. Rudy, it just seems like they're making the halftime adjustments. They're winning the fourth quarter battles. But what have you noticed from them in the fourth that is just separating them from you? And what do you need to do to overtake them in the late in the game like that?
I think it's a mix of a lot of different things. I think our execution down the stretch can be a lot better. We have to find ways to be able to get good shots. I thought for the most part of the game we did a great job doing that. And they got big time players, that have been in those situations many times and are striving in those moments. So we got to find ways to get be better defensively in those situations. And sometimes you're going to be great defensively and they're still going to score. But I think really our execution offensively has to be better so we can at least, get some good shots off.
Rudy, kind of going off of that, you all had that 18-point lead and then the runs happened. What would you say would be best for you all to do to kind of sustain some of those runs from the Mavs and sustain you all's leads, especially to end the first halves?
I think we need to close quarters better, for sure. I think, and we know it, but when it happens, it happens. I think a lot of it came from our turnovers. We had some couple sloppy plays offensively, and they got a couple dunks or layup, fast break points. That gave them juice, gave them confidence coming into the second half. And those plays are, we up 18, we could easily up 20, 22 at that point, but those plays were really a big shifting moment for us and for them. Second quarter, so it's basketball. It's basketball. You can always look back and say, should have done this, should have done that, but now we gotta come ready for game 3.
Rudy, you talked about adversity. You've yet to play a complete game. Mike Conley was talking about the team-wise. Knowing that your team hasn't done that, but you've been so close in these, what kind of a motivation is that then, knowing when you do play your complete game, what you can pull off in perhaps 3 and beyond?
I don't want to say that it feels good because it doesn't feel good to lose, but we really are aware that a lot of times we beat ourselves, and when we don't beat ourselves, we are in a great position to win games. So now it's about finding ways to not being ourselves as much, and just being able to be who we are and being able to.
Ball got static. Just turn it over. Same story as the other night. 2 turnovers in the guts of the game. Not going to get it done.
What was your thought process in not calling a timeout there?
I just said I should have called it. So, but I thought the ball was in Ant's hands. The differential in the clock wasn't huge. But I initially wanted to call it, but I didn't. So.
And then with Luka with the ball in his hands late there, do you think about doubling at that time and get it out, or how do you see that unfold?
No, the idea was to switch up, press him inside the 3-point line. So,
how do you get Ant back to playing a little bit more of the quick decision basketball that he's been so good with over the last 2 months?
Yeah, he's got to get more in transition, got to get out. I thought he started the game with a great burst, was really going downhill well, and then kind of just phased out as the game went along. Went in there a few times, I thought he could have done it more, and we need him to do it more. So, yeah, he just has to, I think, some more early. Got to play off the catch a little bit more. I thought be a little more shot ready. I thought he turned down some open looks, too.
You went with Nas, the final stretch over Carl.
Yeah.
What went into your decision making there? Obviously, Nas was playing well.
Yeah,
Carl
Nas was
struggling.
playing well, real well. And gave us some switchable combinations out there and stuff like that. So,
did you tell Carl that at all, or did you just kind of sit him and just let it ride at that point?
No, I mean, didn't really have time to have that conversation, so.
Chris, both Carl and Anthony have struggled inside the arc. Ant got a lot more 2-point looks in this game than the last game. What's the key for them, effectively getting downhill or being effective inside the arc?
Yeah, I think, with Anthony, we just talked about, I think he's got to pick up his decision making. I think Kyrie's actually a good example. He's playing quick off the catch. He's trying to beat our defensive pressure with everything on the catch, going quickly. With Cat, I think he's just got to calm down. I think he coming out of the gate pressing a little bit, maybe getting off on the wrong foot, and then chasing the game. So he got some good looks. Didn't go down. I thought there was a stretch when they came back into the game, we had a lot of really good looks that didn't go down, whether even at the rim or some open threes. So.
Coach, Mike was a lot more assertive tonight, looking for his shot out of the pick and roll, got to his floater a bunch. How do you assess his game and the value of that going forward in the series?
Yeah, I thought Mike played great. Really did. I thought he made a lot of really good plays. We need him to be aggressive. Especially when our other scorers are struggling a little bit.
Gafford and Lively are combined, I think, 14 for 16.
Yeah.
Almost all of them, obviously Luka lobs or something akin to that off those sets. What's the counter for that, or what is the way to present that from being less efficient?
Yeah, I think, again, it starts with keeping the ball out of the paint a little bit better. Rudy's got to be a little more decisive on what he's trying to do down there. We got to put a body on that guy, too, so be a little more physical.
Did you get a chance to look at the replay with 47 seconds left? Obviously, went off McDaniels.
Yeah, it looked like it was also fouled, right?
Right. Yeah,
of course. Looked like it was fouled, but they can't or didn't account for that in the call. So,
Chris, do you say anything to the team after a loss like this? Or
yeah, as I said, listen, I thought we're doing a lot of stuff that we talk about doing. Thought game plan execution was a little bit better tonight. We're building leads. Just our offense is letting us down in key moments with turnovers and some missed shots and some. We kind of play ourselves out of rhythm, I think, a little bit at times. The two tough games. It's a long series, and keep our head up. We got to keep getting better, but there's a lot of basketball to be played.
Chris Moore, Kyle Anderson, in this game, what did he do in being able to take Luka? And then maybe take one of Jaden or Ant or Nikhil or somebody out of that? How did you see him help kind of on both sides of the ball, but particularly in guarding Luka, Kyle Anderson?
Yeah, I think he's. Luka's a tough matchup for anybody, but he's got size. He can move with them. Can be play with enough physicality. Was also great offensively for us. So, and we said in the beginning we thought this would be a great Kyle series. It's turned out to be really good for us, for him. So.
Cat obviously struggled a little bit, again, shooting the ball, but he got on the glass and made some extra plays off of offensive rebounds, had a nice dime to Rudy, I believe, and then another one out to a kick out. How do you assess the way he's playing outside of just his shooting right now?
Yeah, I think, he's doing a lot of stuff, playing hard, doing a lot of dirty work out there. I'm not worried about him. He'll come into this series, and I'm sure it'll happen in Game 3. So.
You guys are able to do it a few times. What's the challenge of trying to give Ant breaks defensively, knowing that sometimes maybe fatigue can play a role in the offensive end?
Yeah, listen, I think maybe we should have gotten him out in the beginning of the fourth. I think that's where I can give him a break. But, it's the Western Conference Finals, man. Like, we can't look to hide people or try to take breaks. I don't see Kyrie shying away from a matchup out there. So, it's what you got to do if you want to win. Thanks.
Thanks, Chris.